Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. Yes, it's a review today here on the channel. We've got a few new releases that have come out that we're ready to talk to you about. This one here is the brand new CD from UK hard rock act Inglorious Heroine on Frontiers Records. No, not the horrible heroin stuff, but heroes and heroines and all that sort of thing. So I actually had reviewed We Will Ride, which was their fourth studio album, which came out very, very early this year, and reviewed that here on the channel and on the website. And I remember like over the last couple weeks, a bunch of viewers were like, "Hey Pete, there's another new Inglorious album. You're gonna review it? You're gonna review it?" I'm like, "Oh, I had no idea." So I saw it came out just recently. And I ordered it up, and I was like, all right, cool, I'll give this a shot. I'm like, God, it's kind of soon to be releasing another album. I mean, it is only September, and that came out in, I don't know, early spring or whatever. But I was like, I didn't research it too much, whatever. So I got it in the other day, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, the first track kind of didn't really grab me much. I'm like, and I was, kind of half listening, half not listening. And then all of a sudden, I heard, their second track, they're doing a cover of Heart's Barracuda, and I'm like, oh, this is not bad, pretty cool. Not that I need to hear Inglorious doing covers on their albums because their original material is so good as it is. And then all of a sudden I'm hearing "Bring Me to Life" by Evanescence, and I'm hearing Nathan singing along with another vocalist and doing growls, and I'm like, all right, another cover. And then I keep listening. And then I hear Christina Aguilera's Fighter, and I'm like, wait a second. And I go and I pull up the record, and I start looking at it real carefully. I'm like, Jesus, this is a covers album where the band is doing covers of all female-fronted pop and dance and rock songs. And I was like, why the hell didn't I do my homework and research this before I bought it? Because I would have never in a million years bought this. But I said, all right, I'm gonna kind of go through the rest of it and see what I think. And let me just back it up here. We'll start from the beginning. So we've got Queen of the Night, a Whitney Houston song, Barracuda by Heart, Midnight Sky by Miley Cyrus, Nutbush City Limits by Tina Turner, Bring Me to Life by Evanescence, Fighter by Christina Aguilera, I'm With You by Avril Lavigne, I Hate Myself for Loving You by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, I Am the Fire by Hailstorm, Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper, and it finishes up with Uninvited by Alanis Morissette. Yeah. For a one-and-done cursory listen, I guess it's somewhat intriguing, just to hear, Nathan Jones, a superior vocalist, kind of doing his thing overall. Some of the, I guess, some of his favorite tracks by some of his favorite female singers. But for, someone who really likes Nathan James, I say Nathan Jones, sorry, Nathan James. For someone who really likes this band, this is kind of like a massive disappointment because A, it's so early in their career to do something like this, but B, it's just I don't really find any of these versions really improve or do anything that differently other than the fact that you've got a guy singing female parts, right? In the band, it's Danny Dela Cruz on guitars. We got Dan Stevens on guitar, Vinny Cola on bass guitar, and Phil Beaver plays drums on here. And, you got some guest folks on keyboards and piano. And Jeff Scott Scoto appears on Bring Me to Life. That's the other vocalist that's on there as well. You got Sarah Jury on pedal steel. A couple of the folks on trumpets and sax and whatnot. It's and the album is not really heavy, so they don't even really try to take some of these non-heavy songs, other than Barracuda. Barracuda is pretty heavy on here, but they don't really do much different with them. They don't try and really put the kind of bluesy hard rock stamp of Inglorious all over here. I find this album pretty light and kind of pedestrian, and I was kicking myself for kind of falling into this and just not doing the research first, then, because I would have never bothered with this, because how many of these covers albums have we heard in recent years? Then occasionally you get a good one, but I'm thinking the Ace Frehley ones that came out recently. Those are just why bother? And that's exactly what I feel about this. This is kind of like a why bother. So if you're into Inglorious and you haven't, you heard that they have another new one out, really think before you dive into this. Again, maybe the band just wanted to kind of put this out there, and I'm sure Frontiers was like, yes, let's do another Inglorious album, whatever it is, because that's what kind of Frontiers does. Got to pump out as much product as possible, and they've got a hot band here in Inglorious. A lot of people dig these guys, as do I. However, this was kind of, for me, just totally unnecessary. Well played, certainly. Nathan, sings up a storm, as always, but it's just, so many of these songs are just, they're okay. Right, and I guess it's maybe give them somewhat props for picking the mega songs from all of these artists here. But I don't know. I'm just not really moved by this. Sorry, I want to be, but again, it's a covers album. I'm generally hit or miss with covers albums, and I expected something else from these guys, and not this at this point in their career. So there you have it. Inglorious Heroine. Obviously, that should have tipped me off because, of course, the heroines of rock and roll and pop, right? Of course. While it's totally cool to give props to these ladies, right? Because, of course, most of them that are on this list have done some significant stuff in music history. But I don't know, just for me, a band like this doing this, I don't know. Just not for me. I'm just being honest, guys. I think the sentiment was there. I appreciate the fact that them wanting to do this. I just don't find that the end result is anything to get too excited about. Maybe it's just me. All right. But anyway, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube. All the damn time. Give it a shot if you want. Might be interesting for some of you. But if you're looking for the rough and ready, bluesy, gritty hard rock of Inglorious and all original material, that's not this. So it's basically them doing covers of divas of pop and hard rock and straight ahead rock and roll. And if that's your thing, check it out. If that doesn't sound appealing, then you may want to sample before you take the road down here. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you real soon with more stuff here on the channel. We got some additional new albums to review for you, so stay tuned today, and we'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.